I'm Spencer with the recSTEM Media Creation team, and this is the first ever recSTEM coding tutorial. To start off nice and easy, I thought we could begin with one of the most fundamental concepts that every beginner programmer has to learn in practically every language. Iteration, also known as loops. Basically, loop statements tell a computer to repeat a specific tidbit of code for a specified amount of time. In programming, loops are the bread and butter of keeping code simple. Without them, code would all look a little something like this. But what are they, and how do you know when to loop and stop looping? For the most part, all languages have two basic loop types, a for loop and a while loop. For now, let's start with for loops. Generally, for loops are easier to understand, as we use for loops in our daily lives. For example, if you want to make a sandwich, and a sandwich for your friend, a for loop thinks, okay, I need to continue the sandwich creation process for 2 sandwiches. Then all you have to do is go through the sandwich making process, gathering the bread, spreading sauces, adding toppings, etc. 2 times. And just like that, you have 2 sandwiches. That's basically how for loops work. In most languages, they take a range of numbers, or a start number and an end number, and then just redo the code contained within them over and over until the range of numbers reaches its end. Or we reach the end number. Next we move on to while loops. While loops are a bit more complex, but still easy nonetheless. Whereas for loops take a specified count of times to loop, while loops take a statement that can be true or false, called a Boolean statement, and loop only while it's true. If you're confused, let's hark back to the sandwich example. If you want to make 2 sandwiches again, our while loop person would think, okay, while I have less than 2 sandwiches, I just need to keep making sandwiches. So they would make 1 sandwich, check if they have 2 sandwiches, and when they realize they don't, then they make the other sandwich until the statement is fulfilled. Basically, they continually repeat the code and check the statement they provided until said statement becomes false. Now let's get to their uses. Generally, both are very good and versatile. In fact, there are many examples when you can use them interchangeably, just like the sandwich example I just showed you. However, they are also very specialized and have specific roles they need to fill. For loops are mainly used for situations where they have a finite end. Like, if you want to know how to make a finite number of sandwiches or sort through a list of finite pieces. On the other hand, a while loop is generally used when you don't have set aside an end. For example, if you were hosting an event for an unknown number of people and you want to make every last one of them a sandwich, you could just while loop as much as you please. And honestly, that's about it. You now know the basics and the uses of loops and are one step further along your coding journey. Thanks for watching. Please stick around for more awesome STEM content on this YouTube channel, and please, don't eat too many sandwiches.